नमस्ते गुरुजी। जय गुरुजी महाराज। जय गुरुजी साथ संगत जी। शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज द मल्टीलिंगुअल जूम प्लेटफॉर्म एक बार फिर समस्त गुरु परिवार का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता है। आज एक बार फिर एक डिवाइन सेशन, ब्लिसफुल सेशन, द फ्लावर ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड की रीडिंग होने जा रही है और हम सबका अहोभाग्य है कि आज हमारे बीच में कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी एक बार फिर हम सबको आशीर्वाद देने के लिए उपस्थित हैं। आइए हम सब मिलकर पहले उन सबका कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी का स्वागत करें। ओवर टू यू कमलेश मेहता आंटी।
जय गुरु जी अंकल।
जय गुरु जी। जय गुरु जी।
जय
आंटी
गुरु जी।
बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब 9:05 पे लगता है कि कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी ने ज्वाइन कर लिया। मैं तो 9 बजे के बाद मुझे लगता है कि अब 9:01 पे 2 मिनट पे अब आंटी आ रही है, अब आंटी, और 9:05 पे आपने सही मेरे मन की बात पढ़ ली और आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया। जय गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी।
प्लीज आंटी आज।
प्यारी
हाँ जी,
गुरु
प्लीज
जी की
प्लीज।
प्यारी संगत को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। गुरु जी की संगत को प्रणाम। संगत है तो हम है, संगत है गुरु जी है, गुरु जी है तो संगत है। So thank you so much, uncle. Over to you, uncle.
Jai Guruji. I'll be requesting Prerna Mahajan aunty to initiate the session, please. Jai Guruji. Over to you, Prerna aunty.
Jai Guruji. Uncle, I hope I'm audible.
You are very much audible, Prerna aunty. Jai Guruji.
Thank you so much, uncle. Jai Guruji. शुक्राना गुरुजी। कमलेश आंटी जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्राना आपका आने के लिए। आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज दा मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्रुप पे। आंटी, हम सब आपका बेसब्री से हर संडे वेट करते हैं कि आप आएंगी और अपनी ब्लेसिंग्स हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगी। जो इतनी प्यारी बुक आपने लिखी है आंटी, अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस के थ्रू जो आपने संगत को अवगत कराया है, उन इंसिडेंट्स का जिनके थ्रू हम गुरुजी महाराज से और ज्यादा कनेक्टेड फील करते हैं। हर एक चैप्टर के थ्रू आंटी जो मैसेज हमें मिला है, नो डाउट इट हैज मेड अस मोर अवेयर, ब्लेस्ड एंड कनेक्टेड टू गुरुजी। Many thanks to you, Kamlesh Aunty, for writing this divine book, Flowers of Gratitude, and giving us all an opportunity to experience your blissful journey with Guruji Maharaj. With folded hands, on behalf of Shukrana Guruji Maharaj, the multilingual group, I take this opportunity to welcome all the Sangat who have gathered to witness this blissful session. Today's topic, the topic of today's session is Blessings Can Do Wonders. And the pages to be read are page number 40 to 42 from the blessed book Flowers of Gratitude. The pages will be read and explained by Sudeshna Aunty. I would request Sudeshna Aunty to please unmute and commence the reading of the chapter. Jai Guruji Aunty, over to you.
Jai Guruji, am I audible?
Yes, Aunty, you are very much audible. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, thank you so much. First of all, Kamlesh Aunty, how are you? How is your health? May I please first know that? Is she able to hear me?
Yes.
Is Kamlesh Aunty able to hear me?
Yes.
Aunty, how is your health now?
Recovering better from a silent heart attack.
Yes.
And I'm recovering now.
Okay, so would you like to explain anything in between, or should I continue in total and full?
Please continue.
Okay. Thank you. So, Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai, Om Namah Shivaya, Guruji Sada Sahai. Before we start today's reading, let us take the opportunity to humbly pay gratitude to Guruji and entire Sangat Parivar. Shukrana to all the Sangat and multilingual group and Suresh Vasan uncle for creating and providing this platform for all of us to understand Guruji better and to be able to connect to him while being at the ease and comfort of our home. As Guruji said, he comes to the Bhakt when the Bhakt is unable to come to him. The only effort we need to make is to take the first step towards him and try to stay away from ABC as Guruji's hukum. My special thanks to Kamlesh Aunty for this wonderful book, which really enlightens us in so many ways. This book guides us not only towards knowing Guruji, but also gives us a roadmap of walking the path which Guruji wanted us to walk on. It is only because of Kamlesh Aunty that these sessions are possible. While reading today or speaking with folded hands, seeking all your forgiveness, Guruji and Sangatji, for any mistake that I may commit. Guruji, please be with me through the journey and make me speak whatever you want this body to speak today in your Gungan, as I do not know anything and I seek total refuge in you and only you. Today's chapter, blessings can do wonders. When prayers go up, blessings come down. Our divine Guruji's life was all about blessing the mortal souls like us. People visited him from far and away to get free from their old diseases or solve their problems. It was normal for us to see and hear such miracles. One such miracle we saw in front of our eyes was about a man who used a wheelchair and visited Guruji. One afternoon, we were all sitting with our divine Guruji in the Empire Estate and were listening to his satsang. One uncle came to visit Guruji. He used a wheelchair. As Guruji saw him, he said, "Aa gaya." He bowed his head as he saw Guruji. Guruji too blessed him. Guruji asked, "Ki galwa?" He said, "All your blessings, Guruji." Since it was a langar time, so Guruji gave him the langar prasad. He said, "Guruji, I can't eat this as I can only eat very light food like khichdi or dalia." Guruji told him, "Take just one bite." And he ate the full langar to his surprise. As Guruji got up, the man said, "Guruji, I am in a wheelchair for years." Guruji stood up. He pulled him from the wheelchair and make him stand and walk for a few steps. To our surprise, he started walking. All these were real and was happening in front of our eyes. And I think we were too blessed to be a part of this process. This was the last time the man used a wheelchair and he began eating normal food after this incident. Jai Guruji. Do you know who he was? He was the owner of Apollo Tires. This was his level of blessings of our divine Guruji. The Mahashiva Roop could do anything. Worshipping the feet of the Guru is the ultimate of all or worship. Sangatji, Guruji is almighty. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshinam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Meaning, Lord, he whose form is one, whole, which is indivisible, present everywhere, pervades both moving, living, and non-moving, non-living manifestations. Guru, he who has seen the feet of such Lord, he who has experienced oneness with the ultimate. Salutations, O blessed one. अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Meaning, he who removes darkness of ignorance of the blinded, unenlightened by applying the ointment of spiritual knowledge. He who opens the eyes Salutations unto that holy Guru. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tashmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Guruji is omnipresent and he always keeps an eye on his devotees all the time. We do not know since how many births, ages, and yugas we are connected to Guruji and at which degree. No matter whatever we are suffering or enjoying, it is always in Guruji's knowledge, as is yesterday's Narendra uncle satsang. He was discussing that Guruji explained about plant of remaining 10% karma, one has to suffer. It's not that Guruji is unaware of our sufferings, even when we did not get to know about him. It is just that he wants us to go through those to become a better and a beautiful soul and become free from all karmic baggages and finally get liberated. As he also mentioned, Swarg, many souls go, but only a few chosen and pure soul goes to Sachkhand, and Kailash Aunty is one of them, as we have read in previous chapters. From this chapter, we should try to take the humbleness of the uncle who, on asking, Ki Galva, that is, what's up? And he responded, all your blessings, Guruji. He was suffering so much. Imagine a person of his stature who could afford all the best of the best treatments available in those days, medical science, but yet was in such a condition. Instead of complaining and cribbing, all he said was, all Guruji blessing, because he knew and understood that whatever more or less he is capable of at that point of time was only due to Guru's kripa. Otherwise, who know what could have even happened. Uncle had the langar prasad, and when he thought he would not be able to eat that entire plate, it was Guruji's blessings on the langar prasad which made it easier for uncle to have it totally. It reminds me of a satsang where one auntie was skeptical about having langar on the occasion of a vrat where onion and garlic is also not consumed. Guruji told auntie to please visit the kitchen. Once entered the kitchen, to her surprise, she saw Devis cooking the langar. Once she thought it might be her illusion. So Guruji sent her once again to reconfirm. She went back again and saw the same darshan, and on that Guruji told that these foods are not prepared only humans but rather cooked by Devis. The langar we eat at Guruji's place are not few materials or vegetables. It becomes prasad, not pradad. Guruji getting up from his place just to pull up the man on wheelchair is in itself such a beautiful gesture where God himself becomes one with us. If he wanted, he could have simply blessed and asked that man to try to stand up. But see how he becomes one with all of us, just like Sri Krishna becoming one with all the gopis and his bhakts. God is only looking forward for our love for him and not for anything else. If we can love him like a kid, it is probably much easier for us to attain him. If we know of certain deeds that we did in this life, we should immediately ask for his forgiveness and request him for his hand holding for future so that we never do that mistake or even any other mistake. It is even important to seek forgiveness from him for all the karmas which we might have done in our mortal form in previous lifetimes, and also seek his intervention and forgiveness about the karma that we perform through our thoughts at various spiritual levels like Sukshma body or Karan body. Guruji used to say, Mango nahi mano. The true essence of this probably is to believe in him. Just have faith on him. True submission is only when we start aligning our wishes to Guruji's will. It is not that we should not pray to him, but parallelly, it is also important to let go of this at his lotus feet and simply forget about it and accept happily whatever happens, because Guruji used to say, once you come to me, nothing is a coincidence. कर्मण्ये वाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भूर्मते संगोत्स अकर्मणि. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty, because it is he who takes care of us. It is he who makes us do or does not make us do certain things. Our easy way to get out of karmas is to do mantra jap. Guruji had made so simple. He had given us such a beautiful and energized mantra, which which has all his aura and energy. The more we keep our mind at Guruji's lotus feet and do jap, the more and more we can get rid of our karmic baggages. Of course, we have to keep a check on our day-to-day activity and reactions towards others too, and to certain situations, whatever that may crop up or arise in our journey. Once Guruji made me hear a short discussion on Sri Sri Ma Anandamayi Vani, where being asked by her. Actually, if anybody have not heard of Sri Anandamayi Ma, she is one of the sages uh, who has traveled to many places but is more prominent in Bengal. Mm, While being asked by her devotee once that how to do mantra jap, I was hearing this over internet. All of a sudden, this cropped up, and frankly speaking, I personally do not follow her. But it was Guruji's will that he made me hear this, because I was asking that what should I even say and narrate in particular for today's session. And in that asking, Ma said that offer the entire jap at the feet of the Guru, as he only takes care of the gaps and flaws that we might have made. It is, also reminds me on same context that Guruji made me hear a satsang long back over YouTube, that Guruji once told to a sangat that he would take care of his disciples' jap, and he rectifies the bhavs and doshas and then offers it to Shakti. We often hear that we need to do total surrender. We here need to understand that what is surrender. Whenever we question or doubt the outcome of a certain thing, we are far from surrendering. It reminds me of an incident where Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was being searched and chased by British officers because they wanted to arrest him. But he and one of his disciples had come to Sri Sharada Ma's Mandir. I'm not personally very sure it was within the premises of Ramakrishna Mission or Belur Mutt, as both are under the same governance body now. However, the crux of the matter here is it was a very easy place to be chased in. He simply sat in the main temple in front of the Holy Mother and was absolutely calm. When the Britishers were forcing in, Netaji's follower informed Netaji that they are coming in and suggested him to run away or how to stop them. And to that, Netaji said, let them come. When the Britishers came in, they could not recognize him, wherein he was sitting all alone. It's not that he was sitting in a crowd, it was only he who was sitting inside the temple. So here we get a lesson that to what degree Netaji might have then surrendered to Sri Ma, thinking that now I am at her feet and now let her, the Divine Mother, take care of things. Whatever would happen would happen. Such should be our devotion and belief. And see how beautifully, since he have surrendered himself totally, so Ma also have, did some changes in the soldier's mind that they could not even recognize him. Whereas his face is quite recognizable, even in today's date. We cannot miss his face. We often keep our faith intact as long as things are falling in place as per our will. The moment it doesn't happen that way, we tend to drift apart. But that's when we should hold on to our faith more tight, that whatever is happening is as per His divine will, and moreover, it is for our larger betterment. A guru would never let their disciple fall or be harmed. Yes, some hardships might come on the way, but it might be a small test or even might be a small portion of our very own earned karma. The most important thing to get more connected to Guruji is to shed off our egos, because in life we actually do not earn anything. All the position, power, money, wealth that we might have earned, it is all due to Guruji's kripa, no matter he have manifested during that time in our lives or not. The only thing we have earned is our ego and negative thoughts. Negative thoughts does not only mean to do bad to someone else. Self-doubt and feeling sad is also a form of negativity. The moment we are able to align our wills with the divine will, the moment that calibration is done, there is no duality and hence no sorrow and no pain and only happiness. Once Guruji also said, which he made me hear over a satsang, that do not take the offered flowers to God back home, even if it happens so that you have got one already offered flower. Please do jal pravah of that flower before you take it home. Though I personally do not have any reasoning towards this, I cannot explain that why he has said that, but I take it as it is because such is my Guru's hukum. As Guruji also used to say, "Yahan khao to dawai, bahar khao to mithai." And as Narendra uncle also said that Guruji used to say, "Do not reduce the quantity of langar that is offered to you. We should all finish the given prasad even when we attend satsang. Please consume it in full." The family members to whom we want to extend the prasad and the blessing, they will automatically be blessed. As Guruji also used to say, not to stop anywhere for shopping or eating, and then if we do stop anywhere, then we lose our share of blessings. Let us all abide by his teaching. Guruji also made me hear a satsang where he mentioned to an auntie that how to meditate. He even mentioned about the best timing. It's he who made me hear that 3 to 4 a.m. is diamond time, 4 to 5 is gold, 5 to 6 is silver time. He have also mentioned that easy way to meditate is just sit at a place on a mat, place another mat in real or imaginary, where we need to spread it properly so that there is no crease remaining. All in our thoughts. Draw a imaginary circle around you. Pray to Ganesh Ji for protection. Pray to our parents and parent-in-law to seek their blessings. Light a diya and dhoop, imaginary. Then invite Guruji to please come and sit. Imagine Guruji coming and sitting. Speak to him your heart out. And once you are done, seek for your blessings and take Agya. Such is our Guruji, who have really made our journey so easy. Now, if for anyone it becomes difficult to do meditation in those early hours, Guruji have also said many times, any time is Amrit Vela when you pray to him. Essentially, we need to understand we have 4 Sandhi times in a day: early morning, noon, evening, and night. The best spiritual energy we can get is at the early morning time, because it is said that during that time the vibration of the surrounding is such that exudes a lot of positivity. It is the most likely time when all the divine beings tends to travel at a spiritual level. When we meditate, our inner light also glows up, and it's easier for us and them to get connected at that time and to bless us. But for that, it is better to get a good sleep before. It is also important to be with good people with similar life goals around to take so that we can be in a similar vibration. For spiritual progress, we also need to eat right, because it's well known that we become what we eat. It's better to have sattvic food to keep ourselves calm, and it's easier to get our mind focused and at peace. For non-vegetarian food lovers such as me myself, it is easier said than done, because we are used to and to a great extent addicted to certain tastes. But we can always try. We can try to eat sattvic food maybe twice a week, and then increase it to thrice a week, and then gradually increase it. Many people might say that, what about Diksha? Since I have not met Guruji while he was in his human chola in this lifetime, so being heavily depending on satsangs, I personally have never come across anyone saying about Diksha. But here also we need to understand it a bit deeper. Diksha mainly happens in three ways: through drishti, through touch, and through giving a mantra. So how can we even say that we did not get invoked? Guruji have already gave us an energized mantra. By his kind drishti path on us, we are already blessed. In case of one of the satsangs in this platform only, in Bambi Auntie's reading, it was mentioned that how Guruji have energized one of his disciples, Chandranari, in dream. A guru is omnipresent and can do anything that he wants. But yes, it's up to him that when he would consider one disciple capable of certain things, and all we need to do is to follow his words like blind, keeping our analytical mind at bay. We only need to trust him and keep doing our work, and at the end, surrender all the work that we have done at his lotus feet only. With this, with my very little ability, would like to conclude with a prayer to Guruji. Guruji, we all are in a wheelchair in spiritual life. Please come and bless us all and hold us all up and make us stand and walk and run. Please keep our mind at your lotus feet. Please give us health, wealth, prosperity, happiness, and even then, keep us extremely humble. Guruji, please hold us the moment we are about to stumble and fall. We are nothing and only seeker of your kripa. We do not know the magnitude of our sins. Please forgive us, clean us, and take us to your धाम. इस जन्म मरण के घेरे से मुक्त कर दो गुरुजी, मुक्त कर दो. Shukrana Guruji, Shukrana for everything. Forgive me for any mistake that I have made during the session. With these, with folded hands, over to the host, please. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Thank you so much, Sudeshna Aunty, for the beautiful reading and narration of the chapter through shlokas and their meanings so clearly explained by you. The various satsangs shared by you made the chapter even more clear. And yes, as rightly said by Guruji, surrender and total faith in whatever is happening in our life. Right method of doing meditation also is very well explained by you. Thank you once again, Auntie. Thank you so much. I would like to also share my takeaway from today's session on the chapter Blessings Can Do Wonders. Sangatji, blessing, as we all know, a word that is often misunderstood by many of us, a word that most of us tend to seek throughout our lives without even realizing that each and every moment that we have lived and are living is full of countless blessings. Yes, a blessing is anything that brings a genuine smile on your face, an ethereal sense of peace and bliss in our hearts and minds. The grateful and enlightened minds know that it is not the situation that keeps us away from being blessed, but our very own perception towards our lives. There are a lot of blessings that we take for granted when we must embrace them wholeheartedly. With faith and surrender, we get the blessings. So, Sangatji, we should be grateful for whatever we have, we must surrender and have patience to receive the blessings from Guruji Maharaj. With this, I would request, since we are really blessed and fortunate to have Kamlesh Mehta Aunty with us to share her insights related to the chapter. I wholeheartedly welcome Aunty and invite her, if her health permits, to please unmute and share her experiences related to the topic. Over to you, Kamlesh Aunty. Am I audible, Kamlesh Aunty?
Hello, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Aunty.
Ha. Thank you, Guruji, for giving me such a beautiful platform. And today, Aunty narrated so beautifully, and it touched the core of my heart. Each and every satsang which she was doing, it was so nice, so beautifully depicted, so beautifully said. Thank you, Guruji, for giving me such beautiful new sangat which you always wanted. Yes, Guruji would always, he used to say, strike the iron when it is hot. So Guruji used to strike, we were the iron and Guruji was the blacksmith. And he struck us when we were hot and molded us in the way he wanted us. In what he wanted, he made us. And that's how we people are there. It is so beautiful. There are so many satsangs. Like, I'm a patient in the Artemis Hospital, where this uncle was the owner of it. Now his sons look after it. वहां पर इतनी गुरु की संगत है, and they all take care of you whenever we go. Yes, Guruji taught us to be mild in many ways. And Guruji ने कभी कोई मंत्र नहीं दिया. His looks were more than sufficient. He looked at the Sangat, and the Sangat used to feel so blessed, and his aura was so nice that it made us heal. Like Aunty said, Krishna Bhagwan used to be with so many gopis. Yes, Krishna Bhagwan had the ability to take out another Krishna Bhagwan from his aura. And he could take out and be with each and every gopis. If there are 20 gopis, there used to be 20 Krishna Bhagwans, because he had the ability to make another Krishna Bhagwan from his aura. And so did our Guruji also. Guruji had the ability. Guruji कहते सन, मैं जलंधर गई गुरुजी को और उठे आतंकवादियों दा टाइम सी, and then everybody said it's too late, you cannot go home. And I looked at Guruji. Guruji कहते जा बाहर रिक्शा खड़ा है, जा चली जा. When I went there, the rickshaw was there. And the moment I sat in the rickshaw and he started singing Shabads. And how we reached home, God alone knows. It was so fearful, dark pitch night, nobody on the road, very scary. But I was at home. The next day again, I went to Guruji. And Guruji said, "O te mere shabad rati ten kive lagge?" Guruji ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ, ਉਹ ਤੇ ਰਿਕਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀ. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਰਿਕਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਲਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਸਾਂ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਛੋੜ ਕੇ ਗਈ ਸਾਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ 10 ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, that ability which Krishna Bhagwan had, so did our Guruji also had. Krishna Bhagwan ki ability to humne nahi dekhi, but the ability of our master, our Guru, our divine, ki wo ability maine dekhi, to be at 10 places at a time. So it was nice sharing my small little satsangs. I would also like Suresh uncle to talk on today's subject. Thank you, Guruji, so much.
जय गुरुजी महाराज. कमलेश आंटी, आपने इतना ब्लिसफुली, इतने अच्छे तरीके से आपने जो अपना शॉर्ट सत्संग सुनाया आज के टॉपिक के रेफरेंस में, बहुत अच्छा लगा. बाकी मैं क्षमा चाहूँगा, माफी चाहूँगा. मैं आपके आगे कण मात्र भी नहीं हूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं बयान कर सकता. मेरे को माफ किया जाए गुरु परिवार की तरफ से, है ना. मैं प्रेरणा आंटी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, प्लीज एनलाइटन द टॉपिक नाउ. ओवर टू यू प्रेरणा महाजन आंटी. जय गुरुजी.
Jai Guruji. Uncle, I have already shared my learnings from this chapter, so we can request any other Sangat if anybody else would like to.
I'll be requesting now Arti Sagal aunty, please. Arti
Yes.
aunty, over to you.
गुरु जी के चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. जय गुरु जी. जय गुरु जी. कमलेश आंटी, आपको बहुत बहुत प्रणाम आंटी. एंड आज की जो रीडर थी सुदर्शना आंटी, आई थिंक सच ब्यूटीफुल रीडिंग एंड सच ब्यूटीफुल एक्सप्लेनेशन प्रेरणा आंटी. कमलेश आंटी, कैसे गुरुजी हमारे हर थॉट को वैलिडेट करते हैं. अभी कुछ दिन पहले मेरे अंदर ये थॉट आ रहा था, लाइक हम बड़े मंदिर जाते हैं, पीछे डुगरी भी जाते हैं, महाराज ने बड़ा सौभाग्य दिया कि पहुंच पाते हैं. और अब तो जलंधर मंदिर के तो मैं बिल्कुल पास रहती हूँ, तो जैसे जैसे खुलता है जाती हूँ. तो एक ऑब्जर्वेशन थी, सबको होगी, कि जब हर गुरुजी की कोई संगत है, चाहे वो पुरानी हो चाहे वो नई हो, गुरुजी ने महसूस कराया हुआ है कि गुरुजी तो बस उसी के हैं. हर किसी को लगता है कि मेरा ही कनेक्ट है गुरुजी से, गुरुजी मेरी हर बात सुनते हैं, गुरुजी मुझे हर चीज का रिस्पॉन्स करते हैं. मैं तो उनका लाडला हूँ, मैं उनकी लाडली हूँ, उनकी मेरे पे ही हर वक्त नजर है। पीछे डुगरी में अबाउट अ मंथ बैक एकदम अनएक्सपेक्टेडली बहुत बहुत दुनिया आ गई थी, इतनी दुनिया आ गई थी, इतनी संगत दुनिया की, इतनी संगत उमड़ पड़ी थी कि डुगरी गांव का एक एक जिसे कहते हैं 1 स्क्वायर फीट एरिया पे भी पैर रखने की जगह नहीं थी। और गर्मी ऐसी थी कि जैसे आज ही पड़नी हो। सो मच सो कि कई पैचेस ऐसे थे जहां गांव है तो बिल्कुल मिट्टी और ऊपर धूप, बहुत अरेंजमेंट किया हुआ था मैनेजमेंट ने, लेकिन मौसम का अपना कहर था। और मैं देख रही थी उसमें हर उम्र के लोग थे, 80-90 साल के लोग भी जय गुरु जी करते। कई तो उनका रोना निकल रहा था, बिकॉज इतने वो हो चुके थे, ऊपर से गर्मी और बहुत मुश्किल आ रही थी उनको। और मैं उस टाइम पे, मेरा भी अपना बहुत बुरा हाल था, और मैं उस टाइम देख के ये सोच रही थी कि ये जितनी संगत है, आफ्टर ऑल इनमें कैसे पावर आ रही है, क्या इतनी कशिश है गुरु जी की। यही कशिश है कि हर किसी का अपना कोई ना कोई, कितने सत्संग होंगे सबके, और सबको लगता होगा कि गुरु जी तो बस मेरे हैं, मैं चाहे यहाँ उनके पास कैसे भी पहुंच जाऊं, चाहे यहाँ मरना पड़े तो मर जाऊं। और फिर वापसी में गाड़ी में आते आते मेरे को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग थॉट कि ऐसे कैसे, कि दुनिया की अब इस वक्त मिलियंस ऑफ संगत हो चुकी है, हर किसी को कैसे लगता है जिस टाइम पे मैं कहती हूँ गुरुजी आई नीड यू, मुझे आपकी साथ चाहिए, आपका साथ चाहिए, वो मुझे एक सिग्नल दे देते हैं कि वो मेरे साथ हैं, बड़ा क्लियर सिग्नल। उतने में हम किसी का सत्संग सुन रहे हैं, कोई यूएसए में बैठ रहा है, वो कहता है मैं सड़क पर निकली और मैं गुरुजी को मैंने प्रे किया और फलाना आदमी मेरे पास आया और मुझे समझ आ गया कि वो गुरुजी था, राइट। तो ये कैसे होता है एक टाइम पे गुरुजी इतनी जगह, और मेरे अंदर से गुरुजी ने ही मुझे टेलीपैथिकली समझाया कि मैं एनर्जी हूं, जिस एनर्जी से ये ब्रह्मांड बना है। सो जितने मेरे भगत हैं उतना मैं हूं। अगर मेरा 1 करोड़ भगत है तो 1 करोड़ रूप लेने की मेरे में क्षमता है, राइट। एक एक क्षण में मैं उतने रूप लेकर अपने हर एक संगत की आवाज पे उसके साथ हो सकता हूँ। तो आंटी वही आपने जो वैलिडेट किया, जो आपने लॉर्ड कृष्णा के साथ, ये कॉन्सेप्ट कितना क्लियर हुआ। हम जब बच्चे थे, हम बड़े हो रहे थे, समझ नहीं थी, तो लगता था लॉर्ड कृष्णा इतने नटखट थे कि वो एक टाइम पे इतनी गोपियों के साथ, इन वेरी लेम लैंग्वेज, उनका रोमांटिक लेजन होता था, इतनी गोपियों के साथ एक कृष्ण और इतनी गोपियां। यस, वो गुरु ही थे, वो भी तो शिव का ही रूप थे, और वो भी जितने उनके भगत, जितने उनको प्यार करने वाले थे, उतना नंबर वो अपना मैनिफेस्ट करते थे। ये बहुत बड़ा टेक अवे है मेरे लिए आज के सत्संग से, क्योंकि ये थॉट मेरे अंदर बहुत चल रहा था। महाराज टेलीपैथिकली कन्वे भी कर रहे थे, लेकिन महाराज कहते हैं ना, मैं तुम्हारा, तुम एक क्वेश्चन लेकर आओगे, मैं उसके तुम्हें 10 आंसर तुम्हें समझाने के लिए, कन्विंस करने के लिए दूंगा। और कितनी ब्यूटीफुली उन्होंने आज के सत्संग से, आंटी आपने जैसे समझाया, आई मीन सारा इतना ऐसे लग रहा है कि जैसे कोई ना चानन हो गया हो, एक एनलाइटनमेंट हो गई हो। सो कमलेश आंटी, थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड विशिंग यू वेरी गुड हेल्थ एंड लॉन्ग लाइफ। महाराज की असीम कृपा निग्लेक्ट से आपके साथ है। एंड सुरेश अंकल, थैंक यू सो मच हमेशा मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी देने के लिए, थैंक यू। शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज।
जय
Over to
गुरुजी
you,
महाराज।
Suresh.
ओवर टू यू प्रेरणा आंटी।
जय गुरुजी, शुक्राना गुरुजी, अनंतम शुक्राना गुरुजी Maharaj. Thank you, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj, the multilingual platform, for initiating the reading sessions. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty, for writing the blissful book Flowers of Gratitude, and for your love and blessings which we experience in each and every session, and for the words of wisdom which we wait to hear from you every Sunday. Thank you, Sudeshna Aunty, for the beautiful reading and explanation of the topic. Thank you so much, Archie Aunty, for sharing your beautiful thoughts on the topic. Shukrana to all the Sangats who attended the blissful session today and got Guruji's blessings. We all will be meeting Sangatji again next Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m. for reading and narration of the next chapter. So till then, Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. Over to the host for Agya.